They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run here with Raymond Calais. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because
this is caught inside the 15 and all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Green Bay.
It's a big play that time for the Packers, and even 40 yards from the 10, first and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one.
Touchdown, Packers. Quez Watkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
The score, Packers 7, Bears nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Olsen. Middle of the field. It's Robinson. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
2nd down and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
At the 50-yard line.
On first down, Olsen escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. From the gun, Olsen. And his throw here's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Olsen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance if they want to be aggressive.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
The ball carrier.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the 1st quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
Raymond Calais with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Jones, the ball carrier.
This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Aaron Jones. That's good for a Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bears nothing.
Second and 12. Off play action. Olsen. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the gun. Love. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Off the play fake, Love. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Quez Watkins with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
The kick is good.
And it's up and good.
Makes the score Packers 21, Bears nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Olsen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. Now they work this well upfield across the 45. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run. Calais. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
The ball carrier.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
The gain of 8 brings up second and 2.
Going deep here for Watkins. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half. Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing, because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Olsen gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. From the gun, Olsen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go.
Touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. First down, going to the air with Love. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run with Calais. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football.
Now, loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
To number 89.
That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Again,
and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Number 86.
A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. On 1st and 10, Olsen. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's good.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
On the carry.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Olsen, a left side completion to Jones. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Olsen, he sets up the screen to Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And now off to the races down the right side. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Raymond Calais, 97 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Cohen on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time through the interception in the red zone. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone, it's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro, and the lead will swell by one more. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Take four.
Back to throw. Olsen. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that will extend this big lead. And he returns this to the 22.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Packers 56, Bears 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there, but it'll be second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Flushed out right, and now he's going to use his legs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now this throw caught left side and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? They'll try again with Jones. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Check it.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Here we go. 60 red. 60 red. You.
On the ground, it's Calais. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up. Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On third down, Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On first down, Olsen. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 20. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Packers.
On play action, Love to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers.
Love's pass.
They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
By the Packers.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
An 18-yard touchdown grab. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
The kick is good.
So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams.
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 16 yards, a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing on first down, Olsen. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Operating from the gun, Olsen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Za'Darius Smith in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 3rd and long. Olsen. And the pressure gets to him again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he is all the way up past the 25.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.